Hey, welcome to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'.
I'll tell you what, it's fall festival time in the Midwest, and we got a great show lined up for you. Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' will be right back.
Hey!
Hey! Atta boy, Freddie!
Pit Boss Grills presents Mad Dog and Merrill Midwest Grillin'. Brought to you by Pit Boss Grills, Griddles and Accessories, Louisiana Grills and Smokers, The Power of Wisconsin Potatoes, Sundrop Soda, Cherry Delight, Awesome Shrimp and Seafood, Shooting Star Casinos, the Wisconsin Agriculture Tourism Association, and by Lashbro Visual Communications.
Hey, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'.
It's fall time in the Midwest, and you can't beat fall time in the Midwest.
I love this type of weather,
I know.
man.
So we are in Racine County, our good
Right.
friends in Racine County, and the last time we left you good folks from Racine County, we were at the Racine Zoo.
Yes, we were.
Yes.
And the zoo is still open throughout the winter. They have fall and they have winter events throughout the whole seasons. It's a great place to visit, the same with Racine County in general. Today we are at the Swans Pumpkin Farm. Ken and his beautiful family, Jolynn and Kalina. No, what is it? Kalina. And Kalina's father-in-law, Jeff, we wanted to give a good shout out to. We've talked to him all the time at the sports show in Milwaukee.
Right, yes, we do,
So
yeah.
Jeff, good, and to all you good folks out there that we meet throughout the whole year, who we don't remember all your names, but we remember faces.
We do.
You're good folks. We do appreciate
Yes,
it.
we do.
So we are at the Swans Pumpkin Farm. We got Ken and his lovely family. They're open through the end of October, and you can pick your own pumpkins. There's a corn maze. There's a tractor train, pedal carts. You can feed the beautiful goats over here. Freddie, you look like one of the goats over there. I'll tell you
They're
that.
very nice goats, especially, look at this beautiful little cow here. What would they call
A
that?
calf.
A calf.
There you go. You guys are pretty sharp with your agriculture.
Freddie, so last night I carved a smaller pumpkin. They don't make, they're hard to find the New England pie pumpkins nowadays, but a smaller variety of any pumpkin as a rule may not be as sweet as the New England ones that are made and bred specifically for pie pumpkins. But we're gonna make a little challenge here today. But I made you some pumpkin seeds, but I forgot about them.
Yeah, I guess you did.
What
Here,
happened?
Freddie, those are for you.
Come on.
They got a whole bunch of nice spices. Help yourself. So the number one rule when roasting
We're,
pumpkin seeds at the end is don't forget about the darn things because they'll turn into what Freddie's got.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So we are at a fall festival. We're at a pumpkin farm. So what better thing to do by wonderful little pumpkins on the grill? So we're going to take one of the little pie pumpkins here. I'm going to snap this baby off.
Ooh.
And we're going to follow suit where we were. And we're gonna do. I read some recipes on grilling pumpkin and slices of pumpkin, and that's exactly what we're gonna do today. I've already got some marinating for the last couple of years.
Oh, man.
The last couple of days. But when you're talking about marinate, we're not trying to marinate them per se to tenderize the
Right,
pumpkin.
okay, I understand.
We're trying to give them a little character and a little flavor and a little personality. Those are the pumpkin seeds I tried toasting you, Freddie. I
Yeah,
apologize.
you've done a
to
really
the
good
dear
job of getting that
Hosting
dark
pumpkin seeds. I never heard of that before.
That and blackjack bubblegum, you'll be looking the same.
You could give me a couple of those, though. Those are the good ones.
So and it's so easy to do. So when you come to the Swan Pumpkin Farm, pick up a couple smaller ones, and all we're simply going to do is cut some slices of pumpkin, like so. And here's what we're going to do, and here's what I did: is I cut a whole bunch of one whole pumpkin.
Okay.
And I've had these marinating now, and let me create the marinade for you so that you know what to do. Let me just dump these babies out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, beautiful color, beautiful coating, beautiful flavor on top of there. And you want to make them a nice gnarly flavor on top of there. So what we did is I took a little bowl because a shaker thing, but we're going to do some lime.
All right.
So the recipes I
lime.
read was lime and a chili powder type of
Okay.
situation. So we're going to doctor that baby up. We got some lime. We're going to add some oil in there. And I had smoked paprika.
All right.
Yeah,
That
good,
makes
nice
sense.
little flavor to that. We're going to put chili powder in there because that's what the recipe called for. And nutmeg and cinnamon I have. So it's kind of like a little variety. Here's a little allspice to it. So I add a little allspice to it. And there's the cinnamon. And ginger I thought was a great idea.
Yeah, I love ginger. I'm a
Yes.
big ginger lover.
So all we simply do, and you folks can do the same thing at home, is take all your pumpkin slices like we did here today. Did we turn our griddle on?
Yes, sir, it's on.
Good, 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 good. And all we're simply gonna do is stir that baby up. A nice little coating, and it really did thicken up nice. And oh, this is overkill when it comes to 2 little slices of pumpkin, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
And all we're simply gonna do is sit and marinate those pumpkin slices. It has the oil in there that you need, it has the flavorizer in there, and it has the acid in some cases to tenderize the cut of meat that you're doing, but the pumpkin don't need to be tenderized. If I neglected to put oil on here, I can't remember.
Gotta have that, gotta have that.
Yeah, I gotta have oil. I'm gonna oil the grates, the griddle here.
Oh, it's going to be great.
It's gonna be wonderful. Plus
Yeah.
we're gonna make a glaze with a nice little mustard glaze in the next segment on top of there. So while I get these on the grill, what I'll do is move our beautiful, Ken's beautiful pumpkin over here, and I'll put that front and center there.
Biggie.
That's a biggie. And I'll get these babies going.
All right,
All
I'll do
right.
some chicken quarters. That sound good with you?
Hindquarters of chicken sound great.
I love hindquarters, I'll tell you. It's really good. I like doing a nice marinade on them. It's very easy today. We're using cherry delights, cherry vinaigrette. Good for on salad. I use
Ready
it
to
for
go.
marinades quite a bit on there. And we've got regular cherry pieces in there, regular cherry juice in there. I got a little bit of oil. So everything's in there that you need for a marinade. And also what I'm going to add on in there is some mint, some fresh mint. Mint always adds really good flavor to anything. You'd be surprised the different things that you could use mint for. But I'm going to place this whole mint right in there. And I'm going to add the vinaigrette. And I like marinate this. If you wanted to, you can do it overnight, but just even a couple hours is fine on there. We'll mix that around in there. Now, if you want, a lot of times you can go ahead and place the chicken right on the grill, but I like using a chicken holder, but instead of a chicken holder, I'm using a roast holder. Now, what's good about this roast holder is that you can't do what I've got on the roast holder in there. This one has a bar on the front there. So you turn that over, you can't place the chicken in there. You sort of could, but it'd be a
Or
little
racks of
difficult.
ribs or something like that.
Right, yeah. So what I've done here is you take the center part out there, you can use ribs, chicken on there. You can even put regular thick pork chops in the center there too if you like to. So if you got the chicken going, chicken, I got it set at 350 degrees, really an hour it'll be done with no problem at all. You can slow cook it if you wanted to at 220, but we upped it to
Let's show them that
350.
chicken,
All right.
shall we? Now these are on so these roast holders are the Pit Boss ones.
These are the Pit Boss roast
Pit
holders.
Bulls, look at those,
Look at
baby.
those.
Wow.
Oh, man.
How many are on there?
25.
25.
What?
25.
Holy
25.
mackerel, look at that. That's a
25,
meal for a whole
1, 2,
crew.
Isn't that
I'm not
cool?
going to count them, but I think you're right on there.
25 beautiful hindquarters
That
of
looks
chicken.
good. Sprinkle a little grilling magic on that while you're cooking. Nothing like the best, man.
You
I
got
love
it.
it.
So the pumpkins, hey, you know, in Racine County, there's so many things to do. You know, summertime is so active, but the fall is just as active in Racine County. There's so many different things that you can do. You can take a little scenic drive on all the beautiful rustic roads and scenic roads
Beautiful
and
area.
check out the Frank Lloyd Wright architect. We talked about that
Right,
at the
yes,
zoo,
we
that's
have.
for sure. And of course, you have to pick up a buttery, flaky, delicious Wisconsin's official pastry, 32 lovely layers of Kringle.
32.
32. So we're at Fall Fest in Wisconsin. Down the road from here is Apple Holler. It's a fall fun event down there at Apple Holler also, and they have tractor rides and they have the goats and everything going on there. We're going to do some apples on the griddle with our pumpkin. So all we're
right.
simply going to do is take slices of apple. I'm going to try to get 3 per. And I'm doing them that way so that people can just kind of gnaw around them.
Good.
Oh, apples are great. Hey, even if you've got an apple cider slushy, boy,
Oh, you got an
Oh,
apple
look
cider?
at
Is
that.
that what
Yes,
that
I
is?
Thing.
thing's incredible.
Well, I didn't get one.
Well, you were busy.
So when you come to the Swans pumpkin farm here, you can pick up. They have a great little gift shop in here also. And is that where you got the slushy from? Apple cider slushy?
Right here at their wonderful gift shop. And they have food here. They have all kinds of great stuff. You're going to tell them all about that too, aren't you?
Absolutely, I am, Freddie. I wouldn't leave this place without doing that. So apples on the grill don't take very long. So what we're going to do is, I think I pretty much have enough
Wow.
slices for everybody here. We're going to take a Ziploc baggie.
All right.
We're going to put the apple slices in there. And I'm gonna let these mellow with a little bit of brown sugar. Hold on one second. Pretty much the same ingredients as that we used
For the pumpkin?
for the pumpkin, except
Okay.
for it's gonna be a brown sugar glaze. So we got brown sugar,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna mix that baby around. And I think what we'll do is just get the brown sugar glaze on there. Get those on the griddle in the next segment because they don't
All
take
right.
very long.
No, they
So I'll
don't.
let these babies melt a little bit. That brown sugar is going to melt into the apple a little
A
bit.
little juice
And then
melt.
we'll season them up with a nice little glaze, the same glaze I'm making for the pumpkin. Should we see
Sounds
how the
good.
pumpkin's doing? Hold on one second. I bet you those babies are cooking nicely. They don't take very long. The sugar content in a pumpkin is sweet. So all we're simply trying to do is work those babies together and cook them up really nice. That's going to go along with it.
It's good, man.
Well, you see, they're already browning up really nice. So we're going to turn our griddle down, our Pit Boss griddle. We're going to turn that baby down during the next segment here. And we're going to slow cook those babies because the sugar content's just like a sweet potato. They ain't going to take very long,
No,
is it?
no, they're not.
So Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' from our good friends at Swan's Pumpkin Farm on County Trunk H, right off from the highway, right 30 miles north is Milwaukee, just a little ways down is Chicago. You folks head up to the farm and have yourself
The right
a pumpkin
place to come
time.
to.
It really is.
We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Man and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'.
I'll tell you what, we are at Swan's Pumpkin Farm on County Trunk H in Racine County. Freddie had that apple cider slushy, looks delicious, but how about a little flavored vodka?
Boy, Freddie, you
So-
just rate good.
So earlier this year, when the harvest of the watermelon come, Ken and his family have great watermelons here. So we spiked some watermelon for Freddie too along the way. We'll show that in a minute or two. But a lot of great things. I'll tell you what, apple cider slushies, apple cider donuts. Baked
Oh,
fresh
yeah.
daily in October. Baked fresh daily in October on the weekends. And
Just bring a
all
sleeping
October, all of October, you can find the apple cider donuts here.
Wow.
And those are delicious, I can just imagine.
These slushies are just phenomenal.
I bet.
They really are. How's yours, Freddie?
I think it's outstanding.
Look at those pumpkin slices. Man, doesn't that look delicious or what? And then when we have the apple ones, and I'll tell you, when you mix apple or any other fruit or something with brown sugar, after a little bit, they just turn to a beautiful glaze. And all we
Yes.
simply do is a nice mild heat on our griddle. And we're gonna put those apple slices down on the griddle, one by
Look
one.
at you, man.
And all we want to do is heat those through about 2-3 minutes on both sides. We're going to make a nice little glaze with maple syrup.
I'll tell you what, you're definitely featuring fall. That's
Isn't that the truth?
pumpkins and apples
Yep.
and spiked slushies for Freddie.
And I'll tell you what, and Racine County is a great place to come during the fall time. It's a great time all year
Oh, it's
round.
beautiful.
There's also a Jellystone campground here that has a large fall fun time. They got like a laser tag, they got an apple cannon, they got a huge maze also. So you got to go to visitracinecounty.com. But for the one and only real Swan's family apple cider donuts and slushies, it's right here.
Gotta come, folks.
But how about a little Sundrop soda, Merrill?
A little sun-drop soda, you got it. Could I ice this baby down?
Absolutely, that's why I said it probably.
All right.
We got a bunch of guests coming for that gorgeous chicken. Got
Okay.
Sundrop soda from our good
There
friends
we
at
go.
Sean, all right, Garrett?
Sun-drop, nice sun-drop. You can't go wrong with sun-drop,
My
Freddie. You
favorite,
can't.
you know that.
You know, everybody, when we go travel around the United States, people ask sun-drop.
They do.
Where they ask about it.
Well,
It's
here, let's not use
absolutely-
all the diet. I don't know. Let's leave some diet for Dad.
Okay,
Take these caps over here.
okay.
Leave a couple.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
These caps over here, take. Yeah. Okay. Now
Okay.
I'll go all the diet. Beautiful.
It's looking
All
good.
right.
All right, the chicken's cooking just gorgeously, but because we have them on those roast holders, we can't get at them with a nice barbecue sauce. So we're going to do something that every competitor does, and that's we're going to have a little misting bottle. So we're
All
going
right.
to take and actually mist that chicken so it gets nice and tender, stays moist on top of there. We have our good old-fashioned friends from Door County, Forestville, Wisconsin, Country Ovens, Cherry Delight Products. My favorite recipe right here. cherry juice in a misting bottle with a little balsamic vinaigrette.
That's
And
a good flavor. That's a good mix.
it's just that simple, isn't it?
I like mine with a little brandy.
Cherry juice and brandy, that's
And
absolutely
ice.
delicious. And always a little bit of oil because we want to reinforce the little glaze that's on top of there. So all we're simply going to do, you can use any concoction you want with your little misting bottles. And we're just going to give that a little shake.
All right.
Go over to our little misting bottle here
Oh, wow.
and just give little mistings over the top. Give that beautiful flavor.
Beautiful.
Those are going to be good, ain't they, Freddie?
That's right. It's like a perfect glaze.
Something went wrong. Those are going to be real good, I'll tell you that. So we need a little glaze for our pumpkin and our apples on the grill. So we're going to take some good old-fashioned maple syrup.
Good old maple syrup, man. We were up in Marshville at the Maple Fest this last weekend.
Yes, we
Great
were.
place. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Very nice place. All right, visit racinecounty.com. This is our Cherry Delight cherry mustard here, and we're going to mix that with the maple syrup.
That stuff is great. It really is. I use that mix that a lot of times. I definitely put it on chicken, on there.
On
you know,
pork,
ham, steak, and pork.
on
It's
ribs,
just
on
amazing.
anything you want. And that little mixture right here, that Cherry Delight Country Ovens, that cherry mustard and maple syrup, and that's the most delicious little glaze you'll ever had on anything, I'll guarantee you.
Wow.
So all we're simply going to do, I don't even think I have to glaze those apples, but I think I will maybe take a little shaker on top of them.
It's going to be good.
Aren't those going to be delish? Put a little top over there.
Maybe they'll get me to eat my apples. I'm not an apple person. Are you an apple person?
Freddie, were you ever in a corn maze?
You know,
He's been in a maze.
children of the corn? No, I actually, I brought people to a corn maze before, but I was afraid I'd get lost. And what are you going to do?
Yell for Farmer Ken, he'll come and get you. I think that's half the fun is getting lost in a corn
Yeah,
maze,
gotta
if
go
you
with the
ask
flow,
me.
Freddie. Live on the edge.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be coming out like those guys in Field of Dreams. Remember that? 30 years later.
So here's what we do. So in the fall time, Farmer Ken here at Swans, they have watermelon. I chose to take a Cannonball seedless watermelon. I cut a plug in it 2 days ago. I put
Okay.
a funnel in it. I put a thick skewer in the watermelon to try to get the liquid to go.
Right.
Puddled right on top. You
Okay.
have to have watermelon with seeds in.
Really?
Yeah, because the seeds open up are porous, and then liquid goes in by the seeds and everything else, and it flows into it. You get a solid watermelon, and you ain't spiking that baby one bit.
Did you see the motions with the hands? How I explained that with the seeds and
Yeah, but
everything?
So after about a day and a half, I said to myself, Freddie needs a spiked watermelon.
Oh,
So what I
baby.
did is I sliced that watermelon up. I poured it into I put it in a Ziploc baggie, poured some raspberry vodka into it, and we let that set for a half a day in there. So Freddie, I'm gonna let you choose a slice, and Mary, you can have a slice of watermelon too there, buddy.
Okay. All right. Wow.
Freddie, it should be potent.
Very.
And I'll tell you what I did with the other ones for the good folks here at Swan's Farm. We're gonna feed the nice family here. I took that and I put cherry juice over the top. Right? There's vodka in there, ain't
There's
there?
vodka there, that's for sure. Holy cow.
Yeah, be cautious with those, baby. They'll sneak up on you. They'll sneak
Wow.
up on you.
And that flavored vodka is perfect. What
Right? Isn't
flavor-
that the truth? That's a raspberry vodka.
Wow.
I thought that was just right for it. It
It
suggested
was.
any citrus or citrus tequila or something like that. So that's good.
Want to get any more?
Yeah. Oh,
Here,
no,
look at this.
that's gonna
Oh,
make
man.
that's gonna make the ride home real smooth.
I'll tell you it will, won't it? I'll tell you what, fall time in Racine County, you just can't beat it. It's a great time, whether it's the zoo, whether it's one of the great corn mazes that exist throughout whole Racine County, whether it's just a drive down a rustic road, the lakefront of Lake Michigan over there, and see some Frank Lloyd Wright architect. And there's still a lot of charter fishing going on in
There
Racine
is.
County, a
It's a
lot
good
of
time
charter
to go.
cooking. What you got there, Freddie?
Well, you've told me I'm out of my gourd.
You are out of your gourd.
Oh, we got some beauties here, and they really do have quite a selection. I'll
It's a
tell you
great
that.
time. It's a great time at the Swans Pumpkin Farm. Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. We'll be right back with a beautiful display in just a momento. Boy, that sun drop looks good, Merrill.
Thank you, thank you. Welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grill.
I'll
Look
tell
at
you,
that.
isn't that delicious? Nothing says fall like roasted pumpkin, beautiful apple wedges, apple slices on the grill, gorgeous chicken smoked perfectly on the Pit Boss grill with a last-minute little finishing sauce, a misting of the Cherry
Beautiful,
Delight,
man.
a Sundrop soda, our good friends at Swan's Pumpkin Farm. We have our apple cider Oops, sir, I feel like
Schleider?
Schleider. I
That's
feel like
something like Freddie would say.
you folks have a Schleider or two, and you slide into visitracinecounty.com if you would, please.
We'll be right back. Oh, yes.
From Fall Fest in Racine County, Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling, Peace, Love, and Barbecue.
Happy grilling, everybody.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is a production of Lashbro Visual Communications.